Let me tell y'all something, man. Like, I've never been the type of person that's, just give me enough to get by and I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? As long as my bills are paid, as long as I can eat every day, as long as I got food, you know what I'm saying, I'm cool. Nah, that's complacency. And I notice there's certain things I do that'll make me regress to being complacent, and that's when I was like, nah, I gotta stop doing that. Because I know that I'm on a progressive path, and when I do certain things that kind of make me feel okay with sitting still or just being where I'm at, I gotta stop doing those things. Period. Because I look at it like this. Life's hard. We all know life is hard. Making money is not really easy, but it's doable. You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, making money and building wealth are two different things. You can make money and not be building wealth. You can be making money and just getting by. What happens when the means that you have to make money, like if you're an employee, what happens when that's taken away from you? How much control do you really have over your life? You get what I'm saying? When you realize, oh dang, if I don't have this job, I don't got money coming in. And if you don't got money saved, you'll go broke quick. Real quick, without an income. So I'm always looking at it like, nah, bro, I have to have systems that build wealth because the generation behind me, they're going to run into the same struggle if I don't do something about it. Just like your parents, if they didn't do something for you to not have to deal with this struggle, you're going through it. You get what I'm saying? So it's like it should be your job to be the person that stops that generational curse. And if that's not what your focus is and your goal is every day, I'm really not trying to be around you, bro. Like that's just, and I'm not being rude by saying that. I think we all deserve to surround ourselves with people who want progression out of life and not just complacent with just having what they have and whatever they take whatever they can get, and as long as they got this checked off, they straight. Like, nah, I want to live in an abundance, not in a scarcity mindset. So I have a bucket for everything. I got a bucket for fitness. I got a bucket for family. I got a bucket for wealth. I got a bucket for education. And when those buckets are filled, for one bucket's filled, I need to work on filling the other bucket. You know what I'm saying? So I don't just have one bucket for like recreation all day. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, all right, this bucket is the only bucket getting filled when I know that these buckets are equally or more important and I'm not putting enough time into them. And time flies. Before you know it, a week goes by and you ain't working your business. A week goes by and you didn't really grow. A week goes by, your savings account didn't really increase. What are you doing? Where's the wealth, right? When you get old enough, when you get too old to make money and to build wealth, and now you got kids and all that stuff, they're gonna struggle, and you're gonna watch them struggle, and all you can do is think about how you did nothing to prevent that from happening because you out here playing, bro. You out here playing with your time. You thought that time was unlimited. You got one shot at life, bro. One shot. You better swing for the fences. Does that mean you can't, enjoy yourself? Yeah, you can enjoy the fruits of your labor, but you got to know when that bucket is filled to move on. That's why it's like, all right, once I got my, ride in for the day, I rode for an hour. I rode for 2 hours. I'm not going to, just because the sun's out, don't mean I'm going to spend the whole day out here, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. I love being out here, but I got to remember to have the discipline to say, all right, you had enough playtime for the day. Go get your shit together, bro. Go back and start building your wealth, working your business, get these systems together. You know what's going to happen when you do it, and you know what happens when you don't. You know what I'm saying? You can't read about push-ups to get better at them. You know what I'm saying? You got to actually do them shits. So it don't matter what you know if you're not really putting it and applying it. And that's why it's like, all right, once this is done, boom, I'm going on to the next thing. When I'm done doing this, like I have my fitness bucket for the day, I did my little morning, routine. I'm eating my diet. Now I'm about to go get some money. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm about to go make some money. And then when I'm done with that, I'm gonna spend my time with my people, decompress. And then I'm gonna do some more education. I'm gonna inform myself more and surround myself and feed myself more information so I can stay focused. Because some things will pull your focus away. So I reinforce the focus by going back and consuming more entrepreneurial information. Not just recreational stuff. Like I'm not just watching everybody else have fun and watching everybody else make money. No, I want to learn how to do that myself. So I'm busy consuming what I need to know so that I can start to do that. Or I can continue to do that. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm at with life, bro. So I say to anybody, that's what you need to be focused on for real. Like I said, you got one shot at life. You got people that love you, that care about you. And then y'all here having kids, people having kids, bringing people into the world. And you're not using the time that you have to build more wealth when time is limited. You work a 9 to 5. And when you get off, all you want to do is play. All right, you're going to be doing that the rest of your life then. You're going to be working, I'm telling you from experience, it don't matter how much money you make, bro. If you are an employee, right, you're going to scale your lifestyle to the money that you're making. Let's say you make $60,000 a year and you got a one-bedroom apartment. When you start to make 85, you're going to get a bigger or nicer one-bedroom apartment, even though the apartment you had was straight. You're going to scale your life to it. Oh, now you got the money to afford a car that you like. Now you're going to buy that car even though the car you had was fine and you didn't have a car payment. You get what I'm saying? You're going to scale your life to it. Then you make over $100,000 a year as an employee. You're going to go do even more scaling and more scaling. Then you're going to get more memberships. Then you're going to start taking trips. But what happens if you lose that job? Now you're going to think about, oh, I was only able to save this much because I scaled my life to this. And then you're going to realize, dang, what was I supposed to do? Just save everything? Eventually, it's going to all get spent the moment this is taken away from me. That's why you have to be in control of your life. You have to be in control of building wealth. And that's something that you should have a system for. And if you're not working on a system to build wealth, what are you out here doing? You out here spinning tires, bro. Whether you're making $35,000 a year or $150,000 a year, both of you could be going broke at the same time if you lose your jobs, because you're scaled to a $35,000 lifestyle, you're scaled to a $150,000 lifestyle, and neither one of y'all have control over the fact that you can't pay yourself. Someone has to pay you. So what happens when you no longer have that control? You're gonna go broke just as quick, whether you were this person or that. Both of y'all gonna be broke in 2 months if all you got is 2 months of savings. You get what I'm saying? So it's always about building wealth and being free. Being financially free, you know what I'm saying? Being mentally free, not being bound to the limits that society have placed. You got to know how to break free, man. And that's where all of my time goes when I'm not doing recreational stuff, when I'm not doing educational stuff, when I'm not in the actual act of providing a service to get money. I'm working on a system that can build more money while I'm sleeping. So these are the types of things that I'm trying to build a community around. So this is more about us just having fun together. Like, we got to be able to build and do the things that I want to do, because it ain't no fun when you try to take a trip and try to do this and your friends are too broke to do it, right? And that's not a shot at anybody, but the reality of it is most people just don't have $2,000 to go take a trip right now. Right now. I can go take the trip to Japan right now. But what fun would that be alone? You get what I'm saying? So you're like, oh, I got to take my family. Well, I don't know if I want to spend $10K to take my family. Well, that's what you need to work towards too, bro. Work towards you being able to spend that $10K and you don't miss that shit. You're not thinking about, dang man, I should have spent that $10K on this. Nah. You spend that $10K and it doesn't feel like nothing. Just like if you were to spend $2K, it don't feel like. Just like if you spend $20, it don't feel like nothing. And when you get to that point, then you're limitless. But right as it stands now, I don't know if anybody's going to be able to do this with me. You get what I'm saying? So it's like I'm trying to rub off on you. So you be like, yo, life is more than just you going to work, punching in, getting enough to pay your bills, right? Playing, and then doing that all over again. Like, we're trying to scale it. That works for you if you don't have no family, you don't got no kids, you don't got that, and you're just cool with just doing the same shit all the time. That's cool, bro. I'm not knocking it, but that's not me. You know what I'm saying? That's not me. I'm progressive. I'm trying to do more and see more. There's a big ass world here that only got one life and one shot to see it. I want to see it. You feel me?